Now, from across the tri-states, this is KHQA Sports.
It was history 67 years in the making and well worth the 3.5-hour drive to Kansas City. The Culver Stockton Wildcats tracked down that incredibly elusive postseason victory and did it in the most improbable fashion today in upending a highly regarded 5 seed in the NAIA Division I round of 32. Big crowd on hand for Culver Stockton at the Municipal Auditorium as the Culver Crazies showed out. They were treated to a strong start from the Wildcats, much of it coming from this guy, Jermaine Jones. Misses his own shot right there, but puts it back in to break the seal on the scoring in this one. Then it's Jones slipping a defender and extending his lead at that point to 7-2 at that point, at that moment. More to come in this one. Great take right there by Marshawn Norris, who will hook up at that point, finding C.J. Adams, and more to come from Mr. Adams as he will clean up nicely right there as well. Good stuff going as we speak, and then it's time for Mario Gully to take over. Easy breezy to the rim right there. Big lead at that point for the Wildcats. Marshawn Norris trying to give his team some separation after the lead had been trimmed to just 1. Norris with a great take. The nifty point guard right there extending the lead back out to 3 at that point. More to come right here. Mr. Adams, CJ with a great take as well. Culver Stockton up just 1 at this point, and then Allen had Zimahovic with the 3 at that point at the end of the half, but Culver Stockton would trail 30-28 after the first 20 minutes. The second 20 minutes, a whole different enterprise for the Wildcats. Norris outside for 3, and the 3s started falling like mad in this ball game. This guy, a big factor in it. Austin Keaton lighting up in the second half. He was absolutely ridiculous. Even on the break, pulling up for a 3. That is nothing but true at that point. Had himself a huge game with 25 points. More to come in this game. The nice little take right here by Alan Hadzimahovic as he knocks down a long triple in this one. And then just to cap things off, more for Mr. Keaton from the corner. All true 63 second half points for the Wildcats, who got the job done today as they win in blowout fashion. Final count in this one sees the Wildcats win 91-72. Up next for them tomorrow, a showdown at 2 o'clock or 2:15 to be more precise, with defending national champion Concordia of California. Tell you what, the Wildcats are rolling and they are excited for everything that's ahead, including the crowd support that they got today, which they hope they will replicate through the rest of this weekend.
It was a big-time win for us. We had said earlier in the season there's not a lot of people outside of our locker room and our fan support around campus and the community that are giving us a chance, being this our first time here since like 1959. So we all believe in ourselves, our support's behind us from the school and the community, so we're all sticking together.
I don't pay much attention. I know that sounds crazy, but I don't. But I do know that from my wife and daughter that were here, and my brother and sister, that there was a lot of people. And I think Greg McVay and Dick Valentine and the whole college did a great job of getting them down here. It made a difference, and our guys loved it. And they played not just for themselves, but for the college. They really do.
Concordia, I think they were defending champions last year. We definitely want to knock them off and solidify our redeemed team.
Same thing, we're just taking it one game at a time. We're one step closer to where we want to be.
Very impressive outing today for the Wildcats. More news for Culver Stockton, and it is good as well, this time of a football nature, as a couple of the best offensive linemen, in fact, maybe 40% of the best offensive line in the Tri-States is headed to Culver Stockton. That would be Keokuk standouts Alex Goss and Ryan Hawkins, who KHQA have committed to Culver Stockton for next season. Probably the 2 biggest name, best local gets yet in the Jeff Duvendeck era. Plus, they are guys who fit into that power run game scheme that Duvendeck wants to run eventually. The Wildcats getting it done today recruiting-wise with those 2 big pickups. We've got more news for you, and the news continues to be good for the John Wood baseball team as they take out Delaware Tech today. 12-0 is your final in that ball game. Tell you what, young Brock Best is proving to be quite a recruiting find for the Trailblazers. Another outstanding pitching effort for the freshman as he goes 7 innings today. The shutout and struck out 8 in the offing as well. That's none too shabby.